The McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy was formed in 1991 by a group of citizens concerned that rapid growth and development of Scottsdale, Arizona would alter the essential character of Scottsdale and the surrounding desert environment. Initially, the McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy was an advocacy group that worked to persuade citizens and government to create Scottsdale's McDowell-Sonoran Preserve and then to secure the funding necessary for the land acquisition. As the now 30,000-acre preserve took shape, the McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy evolved into a stewardship organization dedicated to providing essential resources for permanent protection of this land for our own and future generations. We aim to be the leader in urban preserve management through the excellence with which we protect Scottsdale's McDowell-Sonoran Preserve. Through scientific research conducted by our McDowell-Sonoran Field Institute, our preserve management work, and our educational programs, our volunteer stewards will be able to effectively care for the preserve and share our expertise. We want to maintain the ecological integrity of the preserve while providing appropriate visitor access, to increase the size of our trained volunteer base to 750 or more, and expand our land management-oriented research to monitor human impact on trails and along preserve boundaries. The McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy is unique in the degree to which we train, organize, and deploy volunteers to manage a preserve that is more than twice the size of Manhattan. One full-time staff person oversees 550 volunteers, who deliver a variety of services to the preserve. Second, our research center, the McDowell-Sonoran Field Institute, provides rigorous research and monitoring that yields critical management information on plants, animals, and human impact at a fraction of what it might otherwise cost, collecting most of this data using volunteer citizen scientists trained by scientific partners and research staff. The first key to our effectiveness is the quality, commitment, and high level of training our volunteer stewards possess. Their responsibilities are significant: field research, identifying and repairing problems on trails, patrolling and helping visitors with safety, medical, or other issues, and teaching school children. The second important key to our effectiveness is our Field Institute, which anchors all of the work we do in the best available scientific information about the preserve. Our fundamental metrics are outcome-based, so we measure the impact of our activities. For example, we patrol every trail on a predetermined schedule, and we track how well we meet that schedule and the number of trail issues we identify along the way. We monitor the survival and diversity of plants in restored areas, count visitor numbers, and assess the learning outcomes of school children in our programs. We also report the number of volunteer hours donated to the community and Scottsdale City government to show the significance of our contributions. Perhaps the most common misperception is that the McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy is supported by the City of Scottsdale or another government agency. In fact, we are an independent, tax-exempt organization that is entirely supported through fundraising. We receive no government funding. Second, the scope of our work in the preserve is not always fully understood. We patrol and maintain all trails, including maintenance, restoration, and custodial work. We staff 5 trailheads with greeters and lead nearly 100 free public hikes each year. We offer curriculum-based programs for schools, conduct ecological and historical research, and much more. Certainly the most important is the creation of the preserve. The McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy lobbied City Council to create it and successfully advocated for 2 bond initiatives that voters approved to secure the funds to acquire land and build trails and trailheads. Second is the establishment of a significant volunteer effort to protect it, more than 550 people strong and growing. Third, the creation of the McDowell-Sonoran Field Institute has led to a complete inventory of the preserve's flora and fauna, digital maps of the natural communities, and extensive information on human impact. Our greatest challenge has been to keep up with the pace of the physical growth of the preserve. Within 5 years, Scottsdale has acquired nearly 16,000 acres, more than doubling the size of the preserve. The number of major trailheads grew from 3 to 5 in 2 years. Trail mileage is growing rapidly, 60 miles in 2012, 130 miles in 2013, and 205 miles by 2015. For the McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy, it has been an enormous challenge to recruit, train, orient, and deploy volunteers to fulfill our commitment to meet the preserve's management needs. The McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy would use additional resources in several ways. We need to create an ecological resource plan that synthesizes information in a way that is practical for the land managers to use. We need to conduct additional research on several issues, including the impact of human presence on the ecology of the preserve and how historical impacts can be mitigated. We also have a pressing need to increase our number of volunteers, which requires expanding our marketing and recruiting efforts. The McDowell-Sonoran Conservancy could become more active and effective in education, whether it's educating adults, children, or both. It's important to cultivate an appreciation and understanding for the preserve and the natural world across our community to build solid support for the continued preservation of the land. We're also studying human impacts on the preserve that could have broad benefit to other land managers across Phoenix and the state. Additional revenue could increase the impact of our work through the sharing of ideas, results, and practical techniques for other parks and natural areas.